Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Best Chef Awards Instagram Talks. My name is Jonathan. I'm a Dutch chef and I will be interviewing some of the world famous chefs just to share their story, how they're dealing with this situation. Today we have a very special guest and I'm going to invite him right now. Because we are waiting now on, yes.
Hey.
Hello, yes.
Hello. How are you guys?
Very good, actually. Okay, so for all the viewers, maybe you recognize this chef. This is one of the world's most famous and best chefs from Brazil, Alex Atala.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, Alex. Hello.
Thank you, Jonathan.
That's not possible right now. So I just explained we are asking chefs around the world to share something about their situation and how they're dealing with this time of crisis. And of course, all around the world, people are acting in a different way. Governments are acting in a different way. And yeah, well, first question is, of course, Alex, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm home. So I do believe this is the right thing to do right now. Stay home, stay safe, and stay positive. Because be positive is the best way to inspire people. It is not a. I always said that be afraid. It is have afraid for this situation. It is important. It is vital. It is fundamental. Being in panic is dangerous. Panic didn't allow you thinking well, acting well. So we might be concerned quite a lot about the situation, but be positive, be thinking about and trying to do as good as we can, as inspiring people. It is a good important. We as a chef have a strong voice, and we might to keep people inspired as the consumers, as the producers, as a human beings.
Yeah, well, that's a good story, and of course, it's a very positive story. You say you're at home. It's in São Paulo, right?
Yeah, São Paulo, Brazil.
São Paulo, Brazil, and you're talking about inspiring other people. But when you're at home, how do you do this?
Well, through internet,
Through internet,
like we
yes,
are doing right now. But listen, there is something that never happens in the entire world. Whole entire world is blocked. But fortunately, we have this connection. We have this channel to put your voice, to share our feelings, share our possibilities. So. Of course, I'm in home. I'm cooking every day for my family. I'm challenging myself to do new things, simple things. In a way, we as a professional chefs, in our daily life, we never start and finish one recipe. And we as a citizen, as someone who choose our profession, we have this possibility to bind the ingredients, do everything and share in the same moment, which is I might confess that I'm learning quite a lot in this moment, which is so nice.
Yeah, well, that's very nice. But at the same time, your restaurant is closed, right?
Yeah.
And so it's restaurant Dom, but you have several restaurants and also several projects.
Yes.
Can you tell us something about it? Is it all canceled? Or are you busy with some collaboration with some producers? How does this work? Can you tell us something?
This is tough. Yeah. Restaurants are closed. Okay, restaurants are closed. We are trying to keep the whole team, which is a challenge for us because it costs lots of money. And we are trying to really avoid
firing people.
We might. We are really trying to avoid this because which is painful. It is. It is. Once people are fired or didn't have money, we can have easily a social issue. And we are trying to avoid it. We are really, even if we know that couldn't happen in Brazil, we have a big social difference, a big social issue.
Yeah.
And if each chef, if each restaurant, each owner of your own business try to avoid it, we can at least think, do something positive, which is very challenging. In a way, I'm talking as a restaurant owner, okay?
Yeah.
In the other hand, we have the foundation, Atala Foundation, and this is another challenge because we might travel and everything is blocked right now. Actually, indigenous people didn't have a way to avoid it. The only single thing that we can do for support them right now is, please do not receive visitors. Doesn't matter if those visitors is tourists or people who want to support you, or even if it's a family, another indigenous people who comes to visit them. We might to block those
I understand.
possibilities to so things it is not so easy right now, but we keep thinking that we might be positive and try to find or learn with this possibility how we can support them in a long distance.
Yeah, because your ATA project is for the indigenous Amazon people, right? People
not only in Amazon,
Amazon?
we basically working in Amazon, but we have another project in whole entire Brazil. Brazil is a big country, and of course we talk about a lot about Amazonas, but our focus is the food chain. So we have projects nearby as well, even inside of São Paulo.
Okay, great. But I think that must be something. You're working for this foundation for a long time, and you're trying really to help people in the Amazonas, people around your area. But you actually say that's really it's really in lockdown now for the safety of all the people. And how do you see it in the future? Can you do something else to restart again this project?
The project didn't stop. We are just trying to figure out a way to keep working, which is a learning for us. So we might face the problem with a huge possibility to learn. The way that we have been doing, maybe it's not the way that will be in the near future. But again, projects didn't stop. We keep in contact. We have people in there. They send messages for us. The problem is we can't bring right now the produce that they have in there. So we are figuring out a way. Situation is sad. The situation is tough.
You cannot help them in the way
definitely. We will not stop. It is a new learning.
That's very positive and very powerful that you still really want to make the best out of it and trying to find maybe creative ways to still support them. But you're talking about your own role as a restaurant owner and like keeping your staff safe. But since the restaurant is closed, did business go down 100% or?
100%.
But did you start creating different ways, like a takeaway delivery concept?
We are doing. with Dom, which is the fine dine place, we only do tasting menus, so of course it's impossible
Yeah.
to do any delivery or takeaway. The restaurant Dom is 100% closed, which is painful as well.
Yeah.
But Dal Vegito, my second restaurant, which is more casual like brasserie, we are delivering for people who
Oh,
call
yeah, you're the
us.
delivery.
Yeah, and it is working. We are super happy. The team are doing great, 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 great. Even because
Nice.
I'm not in there. So my sous chefs, Giovanni and Katarina, they are doing unbelievable working in there. And it is we have we keep spending like we have been doing before. We have
Uh-huh.
only 10 or 50% of our traditional incoming,
Yeah.
so things are really hard, but
Yeah, I can imagine.
not enough to stop us.
No, 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 of course.
And keep being positive and keep being
No, no, but
positive.
that's what you say. Keep being positive. I think that's the best message for people around the world. Don't give up and stay
No,
positive.
no, never, never, ever.
Um,
If you decide to give up, please give up to give up.
all
We are
right.
not allowed to hear it. We would like to keep fighting.
And Alex, I'm from Holland, and we have government support for staff costs up till
Yeah,
90% if
yeah,
your
yeah. I
business
heard
is
about.
closed. Is there any government support in Brazil?
Supposedly yes, but this government support didn't arrive yet. So legally we have, but in fact it isn't happen, which is a
Hmm.
big problem for small restaurants.
Yeah.
Uh, I I might choose say thank you maybe for the God or someone who we have a little moment, we have a little money, we have possibility to keep to didn't stop it or didn't fail or break our
Hmm.
restaurant, but we don't know how long we can
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah. No,
will keep doing
I
that.
understand.
But it's more good friends of us, good friends, chefs friends. They close their own restaurant and they don't know if they will reopen again.
Yeah,
So it is super
terrible.
challenging.
Yeah.
What we are doing is not only delivering our recipes, our food.
Hmm.
We are also trying to support local people, local producers selling their own ingredients in nature. Let's say like this. You can order by our web accounts for local consumers
All right.
ingredients from Amazonas that are in fresh ones. Let's say like
Yeah,
this.
nice.
It
And
is
do
a
you
way
have
to
like?
support. Please.
Oh no, no. And do you make like a connection between the
Yeah, yeah,
suppliers and
yeah.
then make a box or something?
Yeah, so sometimes box, sometimes the ingredient, the fish, for example.
Hmm.
If you want a fresh fish, call us, and our suppliers send, and we take zero benefit on it, zero benefit.
Oh wow, great.
So even if you pay some imposts about it, it is a way to support whole food chain. This is very important. I mean,
Hmm.
we might to face the problem in 360 degrees. We might to face our problem, we might to face our customers' problem, but our producers as well.
Yeah.
So it's very important. It is a small step, but we are trying to. We again we are learning with all this
No,
accelerate,
I
all this
think
kit. Let's say like this.
no, I think it's really great. You're really taking care of the community, your own supply chain community, but you're well known for taking care of communities in general with your projects. Um, you say some of the small restaurants, they are really suffering and they don't know if they can make it.
Yeah.
They don't know how, yeah, if they have the long breath. to survive this crisis. So you have a world famous restaurant. So there's a lot of international clientele in your restaurant, Dom.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you think of the nearby future you know, what will happen to your restaurant? Is your clientele because of the
Nobody knows.
restrictions,
Nobody
the
knows.
travel
Nobody
restrictions?
knows. I really hope to keep them alive. Uh, I think that I hope to reopen them in the next few months, but we only will start again if we felt ourselves safety. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, even if the government said you guys are allowed to work it again, I don't know if
Yeah.
I gonna follow those steps if I didn't feel safety for myself and for my team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you have your family at home, of course. It's
Yeah,
I think for everyone in the business. So we are talking here on the Best Chef Awards, which is a worldwide community of
yeah,
chefs and food related people. Um, it's of course also a question of responsibility whether you are choosing to reopen again, whether you want to work close or in a 1.5 meter economy. Um, yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Because in Europe we are talking about this social distance economy.
yeah.
Of course, for small restaurants.
We might to figure out a way to keep working. I mean, I think that probably we might to create a new system. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that maybe for this moment, a specific moment that supposedly we are reopen our restaurant, we will be allowed to serve nearby or do 7 courses, 10 courses, 15 courses. So maybe we will bring back family style meals to avoid to keep the social distance. So we
Yeah.
don't know. We are thinking about. We are talking about. There is no. I mean, I personally I don't know what will be
No.
the near future. What I
Yeah.
know that dumb will be dumb, and we will not stop it. I mean, we are gonna fight until my heart stop. This is the day that
Yeah.
I gonna put my hands down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We are gonna fight hard for it.
Oh, of
We are gonna
course,
have.
of course. And I believe you can keep on hold on to your philosophy while changing the way you serve the food. For example, in Dom, you told us you have a fine dining restaurant with a
Yeah,
multi-course menu,
yeah,
um, and maybe due to the restrictions of the coronavirus, we have to really change this whole concept of the fine dining experience, the
yeah,
big tasting menu experience.
yeah.
But still, of course, you're Alex Atala, and you have the philosophy of your restaurant. I believe you can hold on to this and create something new for for the guests to come. Um, there's also a question. I see a lot of comments, really popular, a lot of comments. And there are some people, they are asking if you have any tips for your colleagues around the world.
Well, be positive. Keep cooking. Keep cooking. Cooking is not only feed people. Cooking it is about to be happy. Make it. We choose our profession because we can barely do miracles. We transform natural ingredients in something delicious, and
Yeah,
this is a way to keep your mind healthy and activity. So keep cooking, keep sharing, even if you don't know, if you didn't have anyone to eating with you, give for someone. There's always someone needing. Maybe an old man here next door. They are not allowed to go to that. So it is a moment to learn something. We might to be generous. We might to be helpful. We might to be fraternal. And keep cooking, man. Keep cooking.
Keep cooking.
It is our lifetime commitment.
That's nice. Very nice message, and I think it's a very powerful message. What you're saying. I think you started this conversation with the power of speech, which we chefs have. Well, the bigger the chef, the more impact his words can have, or her words can have. And you're saying we have to really help each other, and maybe your neighbor or the old woman living across the street, go out and never stop. That's it, right?
Yeah, never stop. Simple like this.
Okay. I believe you was a DJ in the past. Do you have some time to pick up the music again? Or,
I always have music around me. The only thing about me that I didn't put any music, it is when I'm cooking in the restaurant. Why? Because it is our way to maintain or to keep the focus. So we didn't put any music in our cuisines, but in my daily life, food will never ever be a part of me. I mean, I love music. I start, as you said, I worked as a DJ back in the days, about 30 years ago, and music is one of my passions.
Nice. And you also you're now back in Brazil, of course, for a long time already. But you went to Europe to really learn some European cuisine, right? Can you can you tell us a little bit, because I don't know everyone knows your story. If they don't, they can watch the Netflix series of Chef's Table, because Alex Atala also has an episode on this channel. But maybe you can share a little bit of your career.
Okay, born and raised in a suburban area here in São Paulo. I was teenager when I started to listen, or I discovered punk rock music, and I just freak out with that. I mean, and this became my motto, my obsession back in the days. So I started to enjoy punk rock. Through the punk rock, I started to work in a nightclub. In this nightclub, I made a few contacts with European people, and I have this dream to live in Europe and see concerts and see shows and have that experience. So I sold my everything, which is it was not as much as you can imagine, and I decided to make this classical backpack trip. I was barely 18. I went to Europe and I became fascinated by everything. It was a new world it is a new everything for me. So I decided to not went back to Brazil. And to stay in Europe, I might to face two big problems. First one was make money. So I started to work in a construction business, painting walls. And the second one, it was have a visa. And to have a visa, one of those guys who was working with us was doing chef schools, culinary school. And I said, well, this is can be cool. This can be a way to have my visa. As soon as I went to chef school, to culinary school. I was invited to make small jobs to help in events or functions. So I started to make money with working in the kitchen, and I
Uh-huh.
realized that it's much more fun to be a chef than painting the walls. So
Yeah,
I never ever stopped after
I
that.
know.
I lived 6 years in Europe, basically France, Belgium, and Italy. Went back in Brazil 94, 99. I opened my own restaurant, which is Dom,
Mm-hmm.
and 30 years has passed like this.
Wow,
This is
nice.
a short way.
Nice.
Uh,
But it's actually you just rolled into our business throughout the necessity for a visa and for a job, actually.
yeah, and in Brazil, not in Europe as well, but in Brazil mainly, be a chef wasn't cool. It wasn't a people. It is a completely secondary job. I mean, so people back
Is
in the
this
days.
still today
No, no, no,
or?
no, 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 no. Nowadays it's super trendy. I mean, beautiful, girly girls go to the mall with chef's whites,
No,
but
no, no. But
which is cool. Which is cool. I'm really happy that I have the possibility, the bless to live those two moments and see the
Mhm.
transitions and make part of this transition.
Yeah. Because
Uh,
of course we have here we have the same. We when you're going to your mother-in-law 30 years ago, 35 years ago, a chef wasn't really a popular.
no, 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 not at
Uh,
all.
so in this transition, do you think in Brazil can you tell us when did this transition happen? Was it from the beginning of the 90s or maybe later?
Beginning of 2000, start to changing, really changing.
Hmm.
So 2000 to 2010, that was the moment where Brazil
All right.
start to looking chefs in a different way.
Nice. Yeah. Wow. Nice. You share a lot of positivity. You share a lot.
What was fun for myself as well, that back in the days when I went to culinary world, when I start to working as a chef, I'm already have tattoos. So back in the days in a big restaurant, 3-star restaurants, thinking something like that, I used to cover myself because back in the
Hmm.
days have a tattoo it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
So
And now
nowadays
you're a role
everybody
model.
have a tattoo, so I'm super happy for it.
Yeah. I
I
can
mean,
imagine.
be a chef nowadays is much more open, is much more relaxing, is much more respectful. It
Hmm.
is much more. You don't need to cover yourself. You can be. You can have long hair. You can have beard. You can have tattoos. We can be a woman. You can be a man. Doesn't fucking matter.
No.
The thing is, you are chef, and we are respected for it. So this is super cool. This is super beautiful or it is a blast again to see this transition, to make part of it.
Yeah. And since you were actually on the start of this transition in your own country, do you believe the whole gastronomy in Brazil in general grew with it, and you played a part in this?
Well, I don't know if I can say that I was just part of it. I mean, it is impossible to talk about Brazilian gastronomy only talking about myself.
Mm-hmm.
French chefs, Italian chefs started, Brazilian chefs as well. So I have been introduced for culinary Amazonic world for a chef called Paulo Martins, which for me is a kind of master.
All right.
And of course I help to spread this message, but I'm not feel comfortable said I did. I feel comfortable said we did.
We did. That's good. All right, Alex. So we are talking for 30 minutes now. Um, we've talked about some practical things according to the coronavirus. You also talked about some personal things. You have more time at home. You really enjoy
Yep.
cooking for your family. Um, But at the same time, Dom is closed now. And do you have any perspective in a period of time when it's going to be back? Well, not to normal, but there's no perspective at all?
No perspective at all. Again, it is tough for us personally. Dom is not my business. Dom is my dream, my personal dream. Everything that I did in my life, it is Dom. And I don't did that. We did that. My team did that. So I have people who worked with me for 10 years, 20 years, and facing them and said, I don't know if when this nightmare gonna finish. It is, man, it's a nightmare. Man, it's a nightmare. It is heartbreaking. But again, we might be positive. I might encourage them. I can face my team and said I don't know. No. We might, even if I don't know when that shit will be finished, I might keep inspire people and said to them, we are gonna find a way to even if personally I believe that in a short, I told you before, in a short period and in a short time we will fine dining will be collapsed, and but we will find a way. We are not happy because we are a fine dining restaurant. We are happy because we are chef. We are a team. So we are going to find a new way to keep this dream alive.
Nice.
And this is important for me. I mean, sorry guys if I put my feet on the ground, and I don't want to spread a bad message, but I want to tell for you chefs who make part of our one team or have your own team to keep motivated, to keep positive, to keep believing in your dream, which is your restaurant.
Nice. These are very nice words, Alex. So you have also some friends around the world in your chefs community. Do you have contact with them? Do you?
Yeah, we are talking regularly with some chefs. Actually, a few days ago, Massimo called me and said, "Alex, next Saturday, can you do the?" Actually, he invited me to last Saturday. I couldn't do it with him. But next Saturday, I'll be with Massimo doing cooking or something, participating.
So you do it online.
Yeah, online, yeah. And we are talking with some chefs. I'm talking with some good chefs from all over the world, in Japan, in New York, in everywhere, to understand better the situation and learn and share possibilities and have some light to guide us. No one are 100% secure that what's going to be in a near future. So sharing is very important.
Yeah, well, we're really glad you're sharing your thoughts on this Corona crisis and the way you're dealing with it well, straight from São Paulo, Brazil. For all the viewers, of course, we are talking here with Mr. Alex Atala, a great chef, and we have asked him, how he deals with this situation. I think we're going to ask you one final question, and that is, throughout the whole conversation, you're talking about staying positive, even when you're worried with the hands in your hair. Stay positive and try to find maybe a creative way, and maybe a creative way of dealing with the situation, and maybe in a transition to a new way of fine dining globally in general. Did you have any ideas on how you're gonna introduce them in your own businesses? Did you thought already about what possible scenarios or what possible concepts are future proof? Yes.
Supporting small producers and small business. This is something that big companies will survive it. Survive. Thanks God, they will survive. And but the way that we are facing or trying to do in the near future is supporting small producers and small business. They need our help. Second thing, be positive. Another thing that we are, I believe, it is find a new way to serve our soul, our dream, maybe fine dining will be not easily for us in a short time, but maybe design a new tasting menu. Maybe family style, maybe big portions, big. I don't know exactly how, but we are work on it. How we can keep in doing tasting menu with a less serves, not because we don't like serves. We love our service, we love our front team, but we might to keep the social distance, and this is a new concern. This is a new ingredient in the kitchen, so we are dealing with it, and then I'm 100% confident that we are gonna do. We are gonna find a way, and chefs will be bringing new possibilities. So the contact with the community will be so important to share those possibilities, and we keep helping each other.
Very nice to hear.
Okay.
So big thing for all chefs at home, try to support your local small producers, because they're the fundament of what we are doing. Alex really this is really what you're standing for, and I believe it's a really positive thing, and I think it's the most sustainable thing for your community. So thank you very much for your nice words.
Thank you,
your thoughts on gastronomy, but also sharing your personal story straight from Brazil. And if anyone has some questions, of course, you can later on send them to the Best Chef Awards, and maybe we can answer them. For now, we'll be back next week with another international chef to share the personal situation from their country or region. And Alex Atala, I want to thank you again for taking the time, speaking to us, speaking to our community worldwide. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for your positivity, because I feel some extra energy now as well.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for everybody who say hi here, for the lots of for this amount of a message that you guys have sent it for us. And keep positive, keep local, keep dreaming. This is beautiful things and bad things. They're one point in common. They start and they ending. So we are surviving.
Nice.
And restaurant business will be. And for you guys from the Best Chef Awards, thank you so much to keep doing what you guys are doing. Not only connecting with our community, but keep inspiring us to sharing. Thank you for this beautiful opportunity.
All right. Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you.
We can say ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao, todo mundo.
Ciao.
Obrigado.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Okay. Best Brazilian wishes for all over the world.
For all of the world. Okay, so you hear it. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Thank you.